So vector algebra. In our daily life, we come across many quantities. Actually, you mute your mic. I am hearing echo.
Yes, ma'am.
You mute your mic.
Okay.
Okay. So in our daily life, we come across many quantities such as mass, length, time, force, distance, displacement, force, and many more. Some of them have only magnitude but no direction, but some of them has both magnitude and direction. So quantities which have only magnitude are called scalar quantities, like mass, which is only magnitude, it is a scalar quantity. Length is a scalar quantity. Time is also a scalar quantity. Distance is a scalar quantity. In displacement, we measure, we say that this much meters displacement in this direction also. So basically direction is also mentioned. This is a vector quantity. Force of this much Newton in particular direction. So this is also a vector quantity. Okay. So now what is a vector? So we'll first of all understand its concept. Suppose there is a line. Okay. It can be given both the directions. Suppose there is a line in three-dimensional space. It can be given two directions by two arrowheads. So I can either make this way or this way. Okay. Suppose I give any one direction, then it is called directed line. A line with direction is called directed line. Now, if we restrict its length, if we make it a line segment, suppose I say AB, okay, then I can say this as vector AB because it is starting, its direction is from A to B. So this is vector AB whose length is equal to this much from A to B and direction is along the arrow. Okay. So quantity that has magnitude as well as direction is called a vector. A vector has a starting point or initial point. When I say vector AB, A is the initial point and B is the terminal point. Okay. So point A is called initial point from where the vector starts, and point B where it ends is called its terminal point. Okay. Then the distance between initial and terminal point is called the magnitude or length of the vector. Magnitude or length of the vector is distance from initial point to terminal point, and arrow shows the direction. Then position vector. Suppose there is a point P in a three-dimensional space such that its coordinates are x, y, z. Okay. With respect to origin, origin is 0, 0, 0. Okay. Then position vector is given by OP. Okay. Where O is initial point and P is final point. Okay. So vector AP is called position vector of point P. Okay. In case of position vector, you have to always remember that initial point is from origin. In case of position vector, initial point is origin. Okay. Now magnitude. Magnitude of OP is denoted by this sign, modulus is equal to under root of x minus 0 the whole square plus y minus 0 the whole square plus z minus 0 the whole square. So this way the magnitude of vector OP is given. Then suppose there is a point P, or suppose there is a position vector OP in three-dimensional plane. Okay, these are three axes which are mutually perpendicular to each other. To imagine this three axes, you can see the corner of a room actually. That three planes are there which are perpendicular to each other, and all the three axes meet at a point that is origin. Okay. Suppose there is a point P here whose coordinates are x, y, z. Okay. So if we join OP, okay, then suppose this OP is making a angle alpha with x-axis, angle beta with y-axis. Who is making this OP? Line OP is making an angle alpha with x-axis, beta with y-axis, and gamma with z-axis. Then cos of alpha, cos of beta, and cos of gamma. These are called direction cosines. Cosines of vector r. R is actually this vector. OP is vector r. Okay. Then these are direction cosines of vector r. Okay. Then, okay. So direction cosines are also denoted by L, M, and L. L equals to cos alpha, M equals to cos beta, and N equals to cos gamma. Okay. Now there is a relation between L, M, and N. L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. These are direction cosines. We are seeing direction cosines. Okay. Types of vectors. First is zero vector. So vector whose initial and terminal points, initial and ending points both coincide is called zero vector. Okay. So zero vector is a vector A, vector B. These all are examples of zero vectors. Okay. So it is also denoted by this. Okay. There is no definite direction of zero vector, or as it has zero magnitude. Then unit vector. Unit vector is a vector whose magnitude is 1. Magnitude, or a vector whose magnitude is unity.
Ma'am, 1 minute. Ma'am, in the example you explained, ma'am, R is, what is R?
A vector. Next, a unit vector, a vector whose magnitude is 1 or unity is called a unit vector. You can mute your mic, yes. Okay. Unit vector is denoted by this. Okay. Then co-initial vectors. Co-initial vectors means vectors which have same initial point. Vectors, 2 or more vectors having same initial point. Are called collinear, co-initial vectors. Okay. Then collinear vectors. Okay. 2 or more vectors are said to be collinear if they are parallel to same line. If 2 or more vectors are parallel, irrespective of their magnitude and direction, they are called collinear vectors. Of their magnitude or direction. Okay. So let me give you one example actually. Suppose 3 vectors are there. Okay. This is A, this is B, and this is C. So this all have same initial point. So these are co-initial vectors. Suppose there is a vector this, a vector this, and a vector this. Suppose it is A, this is 2A, and this is 5A. Okay. This 3, if these 3 are parallel, they are collinear vectors. So here you see magnitude is different and direction is also different. Still, this both are collinear vectors. Here direction is different, magnitude is different, still they are collinear vectors. Suppose it is 2a, okay. If magnitude is same, still direction is different, then also they are collinear vectors. Means magnitude same bhi ho, different bhi ho, but if they are parallel, they are collinear vectors. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then next is equal vectors. So two or more vectors or two vectors are said to be equal if they have same magnitude and direction. Okay. So A and B are said to be equal vectors if they have same magnitude and direction. Regardless of position of their initial points. Okay. So if A and B are equal, then we write this way. Okay. If they have same magnitude and same direction, then they are said to be equal vectors. Okay. Next, negative of a vector. Okay. So negative of a vector whose magnitude is same as that of given vector, but direction is opposite, is said to be negative of a vector. Suppose there is a vector AB given. So minus AB is negative of this vector. Minus AB is also equal to BA. Okay. So this is negative of vector. Here magnitude is same, but just the direction is different. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Next, example 1. Represent graphically a displacement of 40 kilometers and 30° west of south. So 40 kilometer displacement and 30° west of south. So actually for doing this problem, first of all, we should have a clear-cut idea about directions. So this is north, south, east and west. 30° west of south. मतलब south के 30°. Where? So south is this. Okay. 30° either this side or this side. On the west side. Okay. 30°. So 30°. Okay. And here you can mention suppose a point P. Okay. This is O. Okay. And this is suppose 40 kilometer. OP is 40 kilometer. So OP, vector OP represents the required displacement. Represents, like vector OP represents the required displacement. Okay. Is it clear? Okay. So some questions we'll do in book itself. Actually, these are easy ones. So I'll display the PDF. So let us do this problems here only. Classify the following measures as scalars and vectors. 5 seconds. Will this be a vector or scalar?
Scalar.
It will be scalar. 100 centimeter cube.
Vector.
Centimeter cube किसकी unit है? Volume की.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So volume is a scalar quantity.
Okay.
Okay. Then
Yes.
force 10 Newton. This is a force.
Vector.
It is a vector quantity. 30 kilometer per hour as only speed is given, no direction. So it is a scalar quantity.
Scalar.
Okay. Then in gram per centimeter cube, this is density. This is also a scalar. Okay. Then 20 meter per second towards north.
Vector.
Okay. So this will be a
Velocity.
Yes, this will be velocity. Okay. Then which of the following are collinear? Okay, so collinear means they will be parallel irrespective of the magnitude and direction. So here we can see that AC, A, C and D. A, C and D, these three are collinear. They are basically parallel. Okay. Then equal, for equal magnitude and distance, or so magnitude and direction, both should be same. So A and C, they are equal vectors. And co-initial means origin should be same. So B is having this initial point, C is also having this initial point, and D is also having this initial point. So B, C, D will be the answer. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here this is not, A and B are not co-initial because direction of B is this and direction of A is this. So this is not the starting point. Okay. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So now exercise 10.1. Represent graphically a displacement of 40 kilometers, 30 degree east of north. So first of all, you can do this way, mark all the directions. Okay. 40 kilometer, 30 degree east of north. North is this and it's east. So this way, here you will mark 30 degree. Mark a point here, let it be P and let this be 40 kilometers. This be 0. Okay. So then you can write vector OP is the required vector.
Okay.
Okay. So next, classify the following measures as scalars and vectors. Okay. So 10 kg, this is unit of mass. Mass is a scalar quantity. 2 meters northwest. 2 meters, ये distance भी हो सकता है, displacement भी हो सकता है. As direction is also given, this is displacement. So it is a vector quantity. 40 degree. Yes, what it will be?
Scalar.
Scalar. 40 watt.
Ma'am, also scalar.
It is also scalar. 10 to the minus 15 coulomb.
I don't know.
Okay, this is unit of charge. Coulomb. This is also scalar.
Ma'am, scalar. Yes,
And
ma'am.
20 meter per second square. This is unit. Meter per second square is unit of
Meter per second. Ma'am, vector.
y vector. It is unit of acceleration
No,
vector.
ma'am, scalar only.
नहीं vector ही होगा.
Okay.
ये unit of acceleration है. Okay, acceleration vector.
Okay.
Okay. Next, classify the following as scalars and vectors. So, time period is a scalar quantity. Distance is also a scalar quantity. Force is a vector quantity. Velocity is vector, and work done is scalar. Okay. Then, question 4. Identify the following vectors. Co-initial. What will be co-initial vectors here?
Ma'am, A and D.
Yes, so A and D will be co-initial. Origin is same. Okay. Equal vectors.
Ma'am,
Equal.
A and C and D and B.
Okay, A and C will not
Ma'am,
be
D and B. D and B. Yes,
D and-
ma'am, D and B.
Okay. And co-linear but not equal.
Ma'am, A and C and D and B.
D and B are equal also. So only A and C. Co-linear but should not be equal. So A and C are co-linear. Okay. But B and D are equal. So
Yes,
this,
ma'am.
then answer the following as true or false. A and minus A are collinear. So no, a and minus a are collinear. Collinear का मतलब है वेक्टर्स के केस में ओनली पैरेलल.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, ये वेक्टर अगर ऐसा है तो माइनस ए ऐसा होगा.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so two collinear vectors will be okay. Two collinear vectors are always equal in magnitude. This is false.
False.
Two vectors having same magnitude are collinear.
False.
It is also false. Two collinear vectors having same magnitude are equal.
False.
Okay. So this is about exercise 10.1. Now next is addition of vectors. Okay. So suppose, okay, suppose a vector, okay, addition of vectors. Okay, a vector AB is there. Okay, means displacement from vector AB means displacement from A to B. Okay, and then suppose after B there is displacement from B to C. Okay, so what is the net displacement from A to C? This can be obtained by just joining from A to C. Okay, so vector AC is actually vector AB plus vector BC. Okay, this is known as triangular or triangle law of vectors. Triangle law of vector addition. Okay, so if there is a vector AB, okay, or displacement is from A to B, displacement is from B to C, then net displacement from A to C can be obtained by just joining AC. So this can be written as vector AC equals to vector AB plus vector BC, or this actually this is triangle law of vector addition. Now, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, suppose there is a vector A, okay, and there is a vector B this way. Okay, so if we want to add them, we can reposition them. Like vector A is made this way only, where vector A is ending, where its terminal point. From there we'll make the initial point of vector B, okay, this way, and we'll join this way. So A, B and C. So if this is vector A, this is vector B, then AC is vector A plus vector B. Okay. So
Okay.
shift vector B, we do not change its magnitude and direction both. Okay, magnitude
Yes,
and both will be same only. Okay, when two vectors are subtracted, suppose there is a vector from A to B. Okay, suppose it is A. Okay, A is actually position vector. Okay, then if there is a vector B this way, if we have to obtain A plus B is this. AC we have already seen. Suppose we have to obtain A minus B, what we'll do? We'll just change the direction of B without changing its magnitude. Magnitude will be B only. This is minus B. Okay. And we'll join this two. Okay. Suppose this is C dash. So by vector law of, or triangle law of vector addition, A minus B. So this AC will be A vector A minus vector B. Okay.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now, from here, from this figure, we can write AB plus BC equals to AC, and again AC equals to minus of CA. Okay. So AB plus BC is equal to minus of CA, or AB plus BC plus CA, that is equal to 0. This means when the sides of a triangle are taken in order, it leads to 0, resultant as initial and final points are same. When sides of triangle are taken in order, AB plus BC plus CA, then it will lead to 0, because initial and final position will be same. We started from A and moved back to same position, so its resultant will be 0.
Okay.
Okay. Then next is parallelogram law of vector addition. If there are suppose two vectors A and vector B, okay, then if they are represented by adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then their sum is represented by the diagonal of the parallelogram through the common point. If there are two vectors such that they are represented by two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then their sum is represented by the diagonal of the parallelogram through the common point. So,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So if we want to add A plus B, we can just from
And this diagonal.
what? Diagonal I am
And
making.
diagonal should be from A to B, no?
No, diagonal, 1 minute. First of all, we'll make B here. Okay.
Yes.
And then this is C. So this is A plus B. Okay. And this both will be equal. Okay. First is vector addition is commutative. That is A plus B, vector A plus B equals to vector B plus vector A. Second, it is associative, means vectors, if there are three vectors, they can be added in any order. Okay. Then additive identity, vector A plus the 0 vector equals to 0 vector plus A, that is equal to A vector A only. Okay. Then multiplication of a vector by scalar. Okay. So suppose there is a vector A. Okay. So half of vector A will be just 1/2 of this vector. Just half of this. Okay. 2 times 2A will be 2 times in same direction, twice the magnitude. Minus 1/2A will be half of this vector. Okay. So when we multiply a vector by a scalar, okay, this way this geometrical visualization of multiplication of vector can be observed.